Good morning. Happy Saturday. So today you're going to do a goal setting workshop, or more appropriately, a goal setting fun shop. Now, normally I would stay on and I would take you through the whole thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the steps, and then you can go do this whenever you want. And a whole goal setting workshop should take you 40 minutes to an hour, no longer than that. And, this is something that you should do every year. But we'll talk about what you do with the goals when you're done. Here's the steps to a goal setting workshop. And when you do this, you sit down and you do it all in one shot. Don't do pieces here and pieces there. You sit down and do it all at one time. Now, first thing you do is you always put yourself in a peak state, right? We always do state, story, strategy. Remember? So the first thing we want to do is you want to get yourself up, get yourself moving, play some music. A lot of times I like to do this standing up the entire time. I do most of my work during the day standing up. I have a stand-up desk at work. I have a stand-up desk at home. And, when I'm appearing in court, now I'm standing up, arguing motions. I prefer to be standing. So you keep yourself in a peak state. And now when we do these at a Tony event, we do a momentum model where you go through what do you love, what do you hate, and you get yourself all fired up, and then you stand up and you do a goal-setting workshop. So remember to, play music, be jamming, and get yourself always in that up state, that up time while you're doing this process. And you're going to do goals in 3 categories. The first category is you do personal development goals. And so peak state, start on personal development goals, set a timer for 5 minutes or play 2-3 songs, and you start writing and you don't stop writing. And remember, we get out of our head. When we're in our head, we're dead. So you stay in your heart. This is all about if anything could happen, what is it that you would pick? And personal development goals, this is spiritual goals. This is goals around giving. This is goals around who do you want to help? What do you want to become? What are the things you want to do as an individual? What are the things you want to accomplish? This is all characters. Who do you want to be? And that can include I want to end up having this job or this, or this, that. But it's all in the area of, what is it? What type of role model do you want to be? So what are the characteristics and qualities that you want to possess? So you do that for 5 minutes. Then, and you do this with regards to each of them. Then, after you're done, you go and do a timeline. So you write a number next to each one as to when this is going to happen by. Remember, a goal is a dream with a deadline. So when will this happen by? You write a timeline behind each one. 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever. You write a number behind each. Then you take and you do the top 3 that need to happen within the next year. Or just your top 3 personal development goals, period. And then at the end of all of this, you're going to have 3 categories. So you're going to pick 1 or 2 from each category, okay? But you pick your top 3 in 1 year. Then your second area that you're going to do is you're going to do thing goals. And this is stuff. And, don't hold back, okay, at all. Because you want to be inspired. You want to wake up in the morning and look at your goals and go, yeah, God, if I had all of that stuff in my life, life would be extraordinary. So you want all that written down. So go crazy. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to travel? Who do you want to meet? What do you want to see? Do you want to go on the Great Wall of China? Do you want to take a Viking river cruise down the Nile? Do you want to go scuba diving in South Africa? Whatever, anything, whatever it is that you want. Do you want to jog around Red Square in Leningrad? Or is it St. Petersburg? Whichever one you want to do, all of these things, write it all down. Do you want to have a plane? Do you want to have a boat? Do you want to have a yacht? Do you want to own, a farm? Do you want to have a brewery or a winery? Whatever it is, write down the things, because things do inspire us. And the idea behind goals is to be inspired. So write it all down. Then you do the same process. You do a timeline behind each one, and then you pick your top 3. Then you do economic goals. And we do economic goals separate from thing goals because you want your economic goals to be very specific. How much money do you want to have at the end of your life? What do you want your net worth to be? How much do you want to give? How much money do you want to make each year? And by when do you want all of that to happen? You have all of your economic goals. And again, just keep writing. And you can put a bunch of stuff down there. You can put foundations. You can put, how much money do you want to donate? You can put how many generations do you want to take care of? You can do all of that. And then again, do times, years, how many years, and then do your top 3. Then, from your top 3 in each category, pick 3 to 5 that are your top goals for the next 12 months. Out of those top 3 in each category, pick 3 to 5 that are your top goals for the next 12 months. And you're going to look at these every day. But with each of these goals, then write a paragraph about why this goal is a must and why it must happen now. Why it's a must and why it must happen now. And pour it on. Talk about all of the things that you're going to get when you achieve this goal, and talk about why you need leverage, why you've waited long enough, you're tired of compromising, why this is now absolutely going to happen and going to happen now, and pour it on. This is your leverage. The more you do this, the more you're going to ingrain these goals. And then this is what you need to look at every day. So every day you get up and you look at your 3 to 5, and the paragraph as to why they must happen now. Why this absolutely will happen. And get it into your body. If you're doing morning incantations, then include this in that while you're moving, while you're doing your physical stuff in the morning. Include all of that. And then somewhere in a treasure map or somewhere, have all of these goals with their timelines. So have them in order. This year, by this year, by this year, by this year, have them all there. And I've kept mine, and when I've accomplished stuff, I've highlighted it or checked it off. I love checking stuff off. I mean, that's great. I love when I get to go on and go, boop, did that one. So put those somewhere so that you see them. You should see all of your goals on about a weekly basis, and you should visit them, every week. You should review your goals quarterly or every half a year. Don't do it once a year on New Year's. Do it every 6 months or so, where you look at your goals and say, does this goal still make sense? Because, I had goals that were on my board for years that I then didn't make sense for me anymore, and I walked away from. I mean, I used to have goals around golf. I can't believe that I did that, but I used to have a lot of goals around golf, which those all went away. I don't care about that anymore. So sometimes you look at your life and go, yeah, this isn't who I am anymore. I'm now going in a different direction, and that's okay. So then you reevaluate and you change, but don't compromise. I didn't compromise those goals. I didn't say, well, I'm just not a good enough golfer in order to achieve those goals. I just decided, you know what, I'd rather spend my time doing something else. Something else is now a priority. But the 1-year goals you look at every day. That's how you start your day. This is where I'm going. You're telling your brain in the morning, right here is what I'm headed to. So you look at those every day, and you look at that paragraph every day. And then you can come back and redo this. You could look at this every month. You could look at this every quarter. You could look at this every 6 months. But this is how you want to start your day. During the night, your brain has deleted all kinds of things. You want to wake up in the morning and fill it with this stuff. You want to wake up in the morning and say, here's who I am and here's the things that I'm headed towards. So go have a great time. Have a fun time. Make it a fun shop. You're creating your future in advance. And this is magical. It truly is. This is exactly what people do that go accomplish incredible things, whatever that might mean. So make this fun and get excited, because this truly is your destiny. So make it a great one. Whatever those dreams are that you've always wanted. My uncle wrote the other day, he wants to be a t-shirt king. Great. I know a Tony Robbins person that made her living doing that for years and years and years, creating t-shirts and selling t-shirts. So go do it. Especially nowadays with technology, there's nothing that'll stop any of us. With this little device that we're all looking at right now, you have access to everything, everybody, every customer all over the world, and every bit of knowledge. So there's no reason that it can't be done. Location doesn't really matter anymore, especially if you're in the United States. So go make it happen. Have a great time. Enjoy setting your goals. This is fun. This is exciting. Get excited. Have a ball. And then do all the steps. Make sure you do the paragraphs. The paragraphs are incredibly important. Why it must happen now, and get it in your body. Have a great day, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.